Hello and welcome everyone. It is time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, March 20th, 2019. The last few weeks have been a little bit on the light side. This week is not going to be. Get your wallets ready. It's going to be a good one. There's some really good books out this week. We'll get into that in a second. As usual, I'll run through what I'm looking at, give you my top covers, my top picks, a few spec books at the end. I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers and everybody that takes the time to watch my videos. I really appreciate it, so thank you so much. I want to get, before I do my comic shop shout out, I meant to give one of my subscribers a happy birthday shout out a few times, and damn it, I kept forgetting to write it down, so I made sure I wrote it down on this one. Michael Peterson, it was his birthday on February 22nd, so it's a little late, Michael. I'm sorry about that, but hey, happy birthday, happy belated birthday anyways. Yeah, so better late than never. So there you go. Happy birthday, my man. My comic shop shout out today is to Paper Asylum. They are in Beverly, Massachusetts. It looks like a cool, kind of one of these main streets where they've redone all the stores there. They're kind of like an old town brick and wood and stuff. And man, it looks nice inside. They got wood beams on the ceiling. It looks just awesome. I don't know. I love that kind of stuff. But cool little shop. And there's also a coffee shop. I don't know if it's next door or part of the. It's weird. There's pictures of the coffee shop in their comic store. Anyways, hey man, I love coffee. Trust me, I've drank my fair share of coffee. So I love coffee and comics, man. That's nothing goes better. But Paper Asylum, cool looking store. Comments or down in the comments section will be their phone number and address and everything. So if you're in the area, stop by and say hi, give them a call, set up a pull list. I'm sure they will be happy to help you out. So Paper Asylum, you are my shout out today. Alright, so we will get into what I'm looking at this week. From Independence, Aftershock, I got one from them. I've mentioned this one before, Dark Red #1. There's two covers for that. I've only got an image for cover A. I think cover B is a 1 for 10 if I'm not mistaken, but anyways, it's a cool looking story, kind of a vampire story set in modern day times and stuff, and I really like Aftershock comics, so I'm going to try getting that one. From Dark Horse, Invisible Kingdom #1, looks like it's a sci-fi story, and I really like Christian Ward. He's the artist on this one, so I'm definitely going to check that out because he's done some really nice covers. He did that Thanos 17 variant cover with Cosmic Ghost Rider all on fire and everything. That looks just so cool. So that is one from Dark Horse. From Mad Cave, got two from them. There's Honor and Curse #2, just the one cover. And Knights of the Golden Sun #5, just the one cover. Both of those have been pretty good. Like I say, Mad Cave sent me the first 4 issues of Knights of the Golden Sun the other day. That was just awesome. I haven't been able to read them yet, but I will definitely when I get some time. I'm working all week. One from I want to mention from Image Die #1. It's going to a 4th printing. I don't have an image for it. But, boy, I was lucky enough to get those back issues at my shop last week. Because, man, that one's really good. Last one from I got Scout Comics Rise #1. This one looks really good. I mentioned this one before. Don Aguilo's the artist. And, man, is his art ever stunning. Like, it's just so good. There's 2 covers for this. I can't wait to read this one. It looks really, really good. So, Scout Comics Rise #1. Boy, I'm getting that one for sure. That looks just awesome. Last independent is from Zenoscope. Conspiracy #4. This one's social media. 2 covers for that. I like cover A. I'm not a big fan of cover B, but I really like cover A on that one, so I'll probably pick that one up. But these have been pretty good. I haven't got them all. I missed a couple of them, but I really like the stories they're putting out, so I'm going to try and get that one. From DC, I got Aquaman 46, 2 covers for that one. Continuation of that Nama, the Dragon God storyline. I'm not a big fan of cover B. Lately, the cover Bs, I don't know if you guys have, they haven't been doing it for me. Some have been nice, some, yeah, not so much. But anyways, so yeah, I'm getting that one. Batman 67, I dropped Batman for my pull list, but it looks like Weeks is doing the cover for cover A on this one, and then Johnson is doing cover B, and that's a really nice cover. I like that, and it sounds like there may be a new villain or a new foe showing up in here, so I'm gonna give it a read. I'll give Tom King another shot. We'll see what happens. Justice League number 20. You're going to get your first full team appearance of that future or sixth dimension Justice League team, so be a decent one to get. And then it's got 3 connecting covers. So cover A is the center cover. Cover B, I didn't write this down, I think is the right side, and then cover C is the left side. So they're the 3 connecting covers for this new team. So I'm definitely going to try and check that one out. That looks pretty good. Naomi number 3 comes out, and boy, I highly recommend this one. I didn't pick up the first 2 issues when they first came out, and I talked about this in one of my previous videos. I was able to go back and get 2 copies of number 1 and number 2, and holy cow, is that a good story. The artwork is really good in it, and it's a great story, and it's definitely got some, it's tying in this whole Action Comics run with Leon and that new mob or criminal organization that's coming up, Leviathan and all that. And then there's you've got the Red Cloud, and you've got now Naomi, and what's going to happen with her. Is she going to have some superpowers? So I don't know, but anyways, it's just really good. It's a super low print run too. Like issue 1 was 24,000. Issue 2 I'm sure dropped a bit, so it's going to be right around 20,000, which for if this comic becomes a key comic, holy cow, that is going to be tough to find. So I really suggest you get it. It sounds like some big stuff is happening in this issue, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely recommend it. Wildstorm number 21. Looks like you got a couple new characters, Apollo and Midnighter, showing up. I have not bought any copies of Wildstorm, but Nick over at Key Collector says, Jim, you got to buy that comic. And when Nick says something, boy, I listen. So anyways, I'm buying Wildstorm 21. And last one from DC is High Level number 2. There's just the one cover. I didn't mind the first one. I'm going to keep going with it because I just want to see what happens in the story. It was pretty decent, so keep going with that one. That's it from DC. From Marvel, I don't think I need to tell you, Avengers No Road Home number 6. It's going to be your first full Conan crossover into the Marvel continuity. He showed up at the end of number 5, and I think that took a lot of people by surprise, even though it was one of my picks of the week. Glad I got it. And this one, he's on the cover and in first full in the book, so that is a must-buy this week for everybody. Avengers 17, 2 covers for... with Avengers No Way Home number 6, there's a whole bunch of covers for that. I'm only getting cover A. And I just want to talk about cover A's real quick. I mentioned before that, for me personally, cover A's long-term seem to be the sought-after covers. Now, you can obviously get a really hot variant cover come along, like Middleton had some of his covers, and... you can get a really nice limited variant, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit here. You can get some of those, but for the most part, this is not written in stone, but generally, the cover A is the one that's sought after. You go back to Thanos 13, cover A it's funny, cover A is worth more than the 1-for-10 headshot of Thanos, which doesn't really make sense, but that's just the way it is, And then you've got all the other variants. Obviously, the Albuquerque 1-for-25 is a really hot book, but cover A isn't that far behind it. If it's a graded copy, 9.8, it's not far behind that Albuquerque one. So that's kind of my general rule of thumb. I always get cover A's, and I always recommend those, especially for a book that I consider to be one you want to get. But if there is obviously it's up to you. It's your collection. If there's a variant you really like or whatever, pick it up. So anyway, just throwing that out there. Talk about Avengers. Guardian of the Galaxy number 3. Got 2 covers for that one. It looks like the Dark Guardians are on the cover, and we're going to learn a little bit more. And one of these books, we're going to find out who the new Thanos is. So going to keep going with that one. Immortal Hulk number 15. Boy, do I need to even mention this one? Yeah, I think it's just so good. 2 covers for this, and they're both Alex Ross covers too. You got a really nice, cover A, to be honest, he's just laying on the bench. He's being psychoanalyzed by Dr. Sampson, and I can talk about that in a little bit too. And then cover B is another Alex Ross cover. It's a 25th anniversary of something, and I can't remember what the heck it is. So anyway, I think, is it the Marvels? It might be the Marvels. anyways, it's 2 Alex Ross covers, so boy, I highly recommend you get both of those, because they're both, I like cover B in this one better. This way, just talking about cover A and B's. Cover A I'm definitely getting, but cover B in this one, this instance, is really nice. I like it better than cover A. Spider-Man City at War #1. There's a whole boatload of covers for this. I'm just going to get cover A on this one. It looks interesting. Cover A is a Clayton Crane cover too, which is really nice. And you're going to have, as Marvel does, they got a ton of them, and there's some limited variants in there and stuff. So you get what you want on that one, but I'm just going with cover A. Thor #11, 2 covers for that. This is the, I do not like the cover B on this. I don't know what it's, I know it's like a Japanese manga kind of style or whatever, but man, I don't like it. Anyways, this is prelude to War of the Realms in this one, which starts next month, so I'm definitely picking that up. And again, another one, I don't think I need to mention it, but I'm going to, is Venom #12. Continuation of that great storyline. We're going to find out a little bit more about Dylan Brock, hopefully, in this one. And I'd like to see what they took that blood for from Dylan, to see where that's going. I mean, like, I showed the original artwork I got for that. Boy, man, I think that's going to be a key piece of art. So 2 covers for this one. And the nice one with this is cover A is a Stegman cover. It's really nice. You got the maker on there with Venom. And cover B is a Villains cover, but it's done by Stegman, and it's really nice. As you're all aware, Stegman's art is just stunning. So there you go. There's a B cover that is really nice and sought. Again, probably gonna be sought after. So, and just so you're aware, Conan the Barbarian #1 is going to a 3rd print. That's out this week, and #2 is going to a 3rd print, and that's out this week as well. So that is it for my books that I'm looking at this week. My top covers, Batman 67 cover B. That's a Dave Johnson cover. That's a really nice cover. I love black and white covers, especially when they do them nice, and that one's done really nice. Teen Titans 28 cover B. That's a Miku Suyan cover, and that is a nice cover. This next one is a book I'm not buying, but it's Dungeons and Dragons, A Darkened Wish #1. Cover C. It's a 1 for 10 cover, but it's a suede cover. But boy, it's just I don't know, it just kind of catches my eye. It's a really cool looking cover. If I can find that, I'm going to try and get that one. I really like Avengers No Road Home #6 cover A. It's a Putri cover. I love Yasmin Putri. And I can't say that all the covers for this Avengers No Road Home have been great covers, but I really like this one with Conan. I just think it's one of those, it's a kind of a classic. That cover is going to be one that's going to be it's emblazoned in people's brains for a long time, just because it's, hang on. All right, my wife and my dog came to pay a visit, so I had to stop and say hi there. I was just talking about Avengers No Road Home #6. I just think that's one of those covers that's, it's going to be an important one to get. So, and I really like it. So, Immortal Hulk #15 cover B, that Alex Ross cover. Boy, is that a nice cover! Man, his work is so good, and this whole run, it's just so amazing. Anyways, last cover I got is Rise #1 cover A, Don Aguillo. Man, his artwork is stunning. I mentioned him before. He's got a website. If you get a chance, go check it out, because boy, some of the artwork on there is just crazy. That's somebody I'd like to try and get some original artwork from too. He's done some work on other stuff, but boy, I won't get into that. Anyways, my picks this week, boy, it was hard to. I got a whole bunch for you. This isn't in order of. This isn't ranked or anything. I've got them all written down here as I went across them. But Naomi #3 from DC, boy, it is a great series. It's tied to Superman. It sounds like something big is being revealed in this one. I highly recommend you grab a copy of that. The print run is super low on it. There's only 1 cover, so it's not like you have to try and track down 10 different covers for it. It is a good book, and I'm definitely getting that one. From Mad Cave, got 2 from them. Honor and Curse #2. First one was good, and this one looks to be, hopefully will be good. Knights of the Golden Sun #5. I don't think I need to tell you about that one if you've been buying that all the way along. That's out this week. Avengers No Road Home #6. This is a no-brainer. It's going to be your first full Conan in Marvel continuity, as well as on the cover. So that is one for cover A anyways. You want to get that book. Immortal Hulk 15. Man, I'm going to talk about this when I get to my specs and stuff, but boy, this series, you think you know where it's going, and then, man, I have no clue. Anyways, it's just so good. Venom #12. Again, that's kind of a no-brainer. Hopefully we're learning more about Dylan Brock and where that's going. And this is the last issue before the War of the Realms tie-in. So Donny Cates is not writing anymore until issue 16 is when he comes back with Stegman. The next 3 issues will all be War of the Realms tie-ins. So this looks to be a good one. Guardians of the Galaxy number 3, just because you got your Dark Guardians. They're on the cover. And you're going to learn a bit more about that team. And I don't know if the new Thanos is going to show up in this, but you never know. He's going to in one of these. So, Rise number 1 from Scout. This looks really good. I can't wait to read this one. The artwork is stunning. Just based on the art alone, I'm highly recommending that one. Wildstorm 21. You got those new characters, Apollo and Midnighter, showing up in that by the looks of it. And Batman 67, because it looks like there may be a new villain, but then the new villain, it sounds like maybe somebody he knows, so I don't know. I'm wondering if it's that kid, that psycho kid that he has dealt with a couple times, maybe returning. I don't know, but we'll find out in that. So, boy, there's a ton of books out this week, and there's some really good ones. That's it for my picks. So, couple spec books. Silver Surfer Black, if you saw that, Donny Cates is putting out a Silver Surfer Black. It's a limited series. I don't know if it's a mini series or maxi series. I'm going to take a guess. It's probably like a 5 or 6 part mini series. And that comes out, I think, in June. But it's called Silver Surfer Black, and it's kind of a culmination of everything Donny's written from, like Thanos and Guardians of the Galaxy and all that, like everything kind of, well, to deal with the Silver Surfer anyways. And I talked about these 2 books, and I showed them before, but I can't find them. It's Thanos number 11 and number 12 from volume 1. It's the origin and the first appearance of the Fallen One. I think that character is a great character. And the reason I'm mentioning this, because in the Thanos run, near the end, obviously, Silver Surfer comes in, but he's now the Fallen One. So it would kind of make sense that he's going to tie the Silver Surfer and how he becomes the Fallen One. I would, by the looks of it, by himself, Silver Surfer Black, anyways, would kind of make sense. They're a good. These 2 books, 11 and 12, are good ones to get regardless, because I think he's going to at some point end up in a movie, the Fallen One. But I think there's going to be a tie-in between those books and the Silver Surfer Black. So that's because he's made with dark matter. And he was the first Herald of Galactus, which a lot of people think Silver Surfer was the first Herald, but it was actually the Fallen One was the first Herald of Galactus. And Norrin Radd, who Silver Surfer, he was the second Herald. And Norrin Radd was made cosmic energy, and somehow he gets imbued with the dark matter and becomes the Fallen One in the Thanos run. So I'm kind of thinking you're going to see some of that in this storyline. So those are 2 books you want to get. I have images on the screen. Sorry, I have them somewhere. I just couldn't find them this morning. I was digging through all my books. But next one I want to talk about, this, I got to give a big shout out to Louis Ramirez 504. He's one of my Instagram subscribers. He sent me a link to Black Cape Comics. And as you're all well aware, I talked about the Rejected when it first came out, the first printing. I love that book. Man, that's a great book. Low print run, cool story. The character, Mr. Teeth, I love that character. I've showed my Sean Langley artwork and stuff. Sean Langley's doing all the interior art for this Rejected Unwilling number 2, volume 2, that comes out April 24th. But Black Cape Comics has a limited 100 copy virgin cover of the Rejected Unwilling. There's an image of that on the screen, and holy crap, that is the creepiest looking cover I think I have ever seen. I love that cover. I had to go and order. As soon as I saw it, I went and ordered one. There was only 100. This morning I went and looked, and I just posted it yesterday, and now there's like 14 left. So that's one. If you want it, you'd better get on it fast, because they're $25 plus shipping. So and there's only 100 of those. There are a few other ones. You'll find that there's some shops. There was also an Amazing Spider-Man 300 cover swipe by another company that Sean Langley did. That one sold out. This one will definitely be sold out probably by the end, within an hour of this going out there. So if you want it, get on it, because boy, oh boy, is that a gorgeous cover. And I've said it before, I don't normally mention or recommend all these limited variants, these aftermarket ones. But if it's a really nice one on a book like this one that I think will do really well, holy yeah, that's that's one you want to get. So that's up to you, but that is one I would recommend. I also want to talk about Immortal Hulk for a second, because initially this book, Hulk 168, I have to give a shout out to oh damn, what was his name? Something Newser. I think he's from CBSI. Grant, I think it was Grant Newser. He and Key Collector Comics app posted it. This is all to do because Betty Ross gets shot in the head at the end of the last issue and laying there. And I swear to God, I thought it was going to be the Red Hulk that's coming back. I still think it is. But Joe Bennett, the artist, posted a picture on Instagram, and I put it on the screen now. It's a picture of Harpy sitting in the tree. And you can kind of see the house that Hulk smashed through at the end of 14 in the background with a hole in the wall. So it looks like Harpy's definitely coming to the Hulk, Immortal Hulk. But I don't know if it's going to be Betty Ross that's Harpy, if it's going to be Jackie McGee. Like, what happened to Jackie McGee, the news reporter? I haven't seen her for ages. I don't know where she went. But anyways, she's going to come back at some point in a big way, but I don't know what her role is. But so yeah, I still think those Red Hulk. I still think she's going to come back as the Red She-Hulk, but who knows? We'll see. She could be Harpy too. So this is obviously a book you want to try and get. But like I say, I think it was Grant Newser. Damn it, sorry man, I didn't write it down. I know the last name is Newser. Anyways, he was all over that from the beginning. So I've got to give him a shout out because that was some good work by you. But I got to show. There's also some other images that. Oh yeah, another thing too is this image of Harpy, is this a flashback or a memory or something? Because on the cover, you know, Dr. Sampson's kind of psychoanalyzing the Hulk by the looks of it in this issue, and there's also some other images I've seen on Joe Bennett's site where he's showing other monsters and stuff. So I don't know if the Hulk's having memories and visions of the past, and that's, you know, I don't know. We'll see. Like I say, I don't know where this story's going. I'm completely confused. Anyways, I got to talk about the 1 for 25 Immortal Hulk number 16 limited variant. It's a wraparound cover, and holy cow, is that nice! And the price on this is just getting absolutely stupid. I talked to my shop quite a while ago, and I basically pre-ordered that one, so I'm going to get it, but I don't know what I'm going to be paying for it. But hopefully, he gives me a decent deal. I mean, I do a lot of pressings and stuff for him, so. Anyways, and then I got to show this image as well. I talked about in Immortal Hulk how there's this new. They got the remains of what looks to be Abomination, and they're going to restart their program. And then there's an image of it. Joe Bennett says an old foe will rise. So who's laying on the table that they're pouring all the radioactive crap on? Is that Dr. Fry? I don't think it is, because Dr. Fry, Hulk ripped his arms off, and I can see the arms there. The only thing is he's got the green hair, so I don't know. Is that Thunderbolt Ross? Are they bringing Thunderbolt Ross back? And does that mean that they're going to be bringing the Red Hulk back? I don't know. I just don't know where this is going. I'm totally totally a little confused here as to where it's going. That's why I got Red Hulk in the background here. Because that is your first appearance. I mentioned this one before. That's your first appearance of the Red Hulk. And that book is where he kills Abomination. So it's kind of funny. Are they bringing back the Red Hulk and Thunderbolt Ross? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, because there's just so much stuff going on. And then the last image from Joe is there's a picture of Joe Fixit on the cover. That's the Gray Hulk. This is a Wolverine number 8. It's not his first appearance in there. That's in, I think, Hulk 347. I don't have that one. But that's a good one to get as well. So yeah, where this Immortal Hulk is going, but that's a good thing about the series. It's so well written. They're taking you down out. You think you know where it's going, and then you're off in a cornfield like Donny Cates will do. So it's good. And last one I want to talk about as far as spec goes is I talked about these before. It's your Midnight Suns. Rise of the Midnight Suns, which is your first appearance of the Midnight Suns. So you get a preview in this Ghost Rider number 25. At the back, there's a preview of all the titles. And then there's a list of all the books. You got Ghost Rider 28, Spirits of Vengeance 1, Morbius 1, Darkhold 1, Night Stalkers 1, and Ghost Rider 31. I've got them all, but one of the books I've got in another box somewhere and I couldn't find it. Now the reason I'm showing this is going to be coming to, Disney's putting this together, and it looks like Nicolas Cage is on the verge of signing a deal to, he's not going to reprise his role as Ghost Rider, but it looks like he's going to be signing on to play one of the demons or devils or whatever. So yeah, it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be a good one, and that is your first appearance of the Midnight Suns in this in that preview and this run. So there's 6 books. That is a really good one to get if you can get it. And that is it for you this week, folks. Kind of rambling on there, but some really good books out this week. Boy, there's some key ones you want to get for sure. Like I say, that Conan one is a good one. Immortal Hulk, what can I say about Immortal Hulk? This run is just so good. And amazingly, the print run on Immortal Hulk, the last 11 and 12 was 41,000. So it's going to start getting higher, and I start climbing up higher now. But there is some key stuff coming, and if you can get that one for 25 for number 16, get it. But boy, is it don't overpay for it, because the price is really climbing. So anyways, take care, happy hunting, talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.